Friend, Kayla said, I have a story that's about to keep you on your toes. I said, I'm ready to listen then, girl. And y'all know, I took notes. So Kayla started dating this guy named Jamari in 10th grade. They started becoming on and off in 11th grade due to a rumor that had came out that she had got a train brand on her. But she said it wasn't a train, it was a threesome that she had with a couple. She said the girl in that couple, named Taylor, even lied and said that it was a train. She said she ended up fighting Taylor, but she ended up getting her ass beat. She said she did have her friend fight her, but then when her friend fought her, she did win, but she said she wanted her lick back too, so she told her friend to fight her with her, so they ended up jumping Taylor. So after senior year, she ended up going to college, and every time she came home, her and Jamari would do the do. When the summer ended up coming around, she ended up finding out that she was pregnant, but she ended up losing the baby. And she said that this is something that Jamari still does not know. But because that ended up happening, she said she wanted to get pregnant again because she wanted to have a baby by him. So the whole summer while she was there, she said they did the do not stop. So right before she starts her sophomore year of college, she finds out that she is pregnant again. So she decided she's going to do her schooling online. Now, Jamari, he was one of those boys that was definitely in the streets, and he was gangbanging. But he decided he wanted to put all of that aside, stop selling herbs, and, get his life on track so that he can be there for his girlfriend and for his child. The day her water broke, she ends up calling Jamari. And she's like, man, like, Jamari, da-da-da-da-da-da. How you not here? How you not here? You said you was going to be here. Why you not answering the phone? I need you to answer the phone, da-da-da-da-da. She said she called him sad. She called him while she was mad. She just called him with every different type of emotion just to get him down to where she was. He ends up missing the whole birth, like the complete birth. He missed the whole birth. His mom ends up coming up to the hospital and telling her that he had just been gunned down. They didn't know who did it. They didn't know what was going on, but he had just been gunned down and he had just been unalived. So the same day she had her baby was the same day that the baby's father passed away. So a month later, they end up having a funeral, and he has a cousin. She said we're going to keep cousin's name out of it, so we're just going to name cousin, and we're just going to name him Jay. Let's just name cousin Jay. But Jay ends up coming to her, and he's like, we're going to get the person that got him. I promise you, we're going to get the people that got him. At the end of that year, Jay ends up going to jail. But he went to jail for about 2 years, she said. When he got out, they started dating. Kayla and Jay started dating. Now, Jamari's mom didn't like the fact that they were dating. Because she like, you got a baby by my son. How you going to start dating his cousin? Like, that's just not right. So she's like, you can't come back around here no more. Like, I never want you around here anymore. But Kayla's like, I'm grown as fuck, and he's grown as fuck, so we gonna do whatever the fuck we want to do. If she don't want us around, we're just not gonna go around anymore. So indeed, Kayla ended up getting pregnant. And when she got pregnant, the cousin, Jay, he started cheating. And he just started, like, being weird towards her. She said he started doing all this weird shit, but he wasn't doing any of that at first. He wasn't doing any of it until I got pregnant. So she ends up asking him, like, what's going on? And he ends up telling her that pregnant bodies look nasty to him and pregnant women look nasty to him. So she said she let him cheat, but she allowed him to cheat with one girl, a girl named Deja. Now, when she has her second child, when she has Jay's child, she finds out that Deja is pregnant. But they had agreed to make sure that Deja doesn't get pregnant. And then he didn't want to get Deja pregnant anyway because he doesn't like pregnant women's bodies. So, of course, he doesn't want to get anybody pregnant again. So, cousin Jay, he asked if they could become a threesome type thing. Basically, 3 inside of a relationship. And Kayla, she agrees. And his reasoning was because basically if one of them becomes pregnant, he'd mess with the other one because the other one is not pregnant, and vice versa. So one day, Deja and Kayla, they end up getting into an argument. They end up getting into an argument while she's pregnant, while Deja's pregnant. And she's basically telling Kayla, like, I don't like you. I've never liked you. I don't want to be inside this threesome relationship with you. I don't like you, da-da-da-da-da-da. Now, Kayla's like, I wanted to fight the girl, but then I had to remember that I really can't fight. So I just started to kill her with kindness, and plus she was pregnant anyway. When Deja is about 8 months pregnant, cousin Jay ends up getting unalived in a drive-by. So Deja ends up having her baby 2 days before the funeral. She says 2 days before the funeral, but she wanted nobody to come to the birth of the baby. She wanted nobody there. She didn't even want Kayla there. So a couple of weeks later, Kayla ends up hearing from a mutual friend that Deja had another dude at the birth of the baby. She had another dude there and another dude's on the birth certificate. And come to find out that that same dude had problems with cousin Jay and Jamari. Had problems with cousin Jay and Jamari. That guy also bragged about being a part of the unaliving of both of them. Then they end up figuring out that Deja set him up. She said they was able to get the dude arrested, so he's now in prison or jail or whatever have you. But he was arrested. And they said that after a couple of weeks, they ended up finding Deja and they jumped her and they just haven't seen her anymore since. And she said since then, because it was a while ago, but since then, she's just been raising both of her sons who are now 17 and 15. Get the fuck a load of that. Oh my God.